so just pull up the course content.
Okay. Let me share my screen.
You're in Hyderabad or Bangalore?
And I am in Bangalore.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the course curriculum actually. In this course curriculum, I'm going to cover the complete architecture of PeopleSoft, which includes of app server. And there are three layers, four layers of PeopleSoft. One is database, second thing is app server, third thing is web server, and fourth is processual part where you can run your reports, post your reports, and you can view your reports. And fifth is your PA part. So that is added with the WebLogic or the web server. Okay, these are the four main contents of the PeopleSoft architecture. I'm going to cover that. Again, coming to the individual part, I'm going to cover the administration part of application server, how to create the application server, how to admin the application server. Okay, what are the important parameters need to set in the application server for the performance related stuff. Okay, this kind of stuff I will cover as part of application server. Coming to processual, how to configure, how to create the processual, I will cover that. Then coming to the web server, same, how to administer web server, creating the web server. There are some concepts like how to create multi-site web domains. So I'm going to cover that as well. Okay. And again, we are having some performance tuning of parameters here in web server. I'm going to cover that as well. Security part, I'm going to cover the basic security, which is important for admin. Okay. Then installation of the PeopleSoft. Okay, the people, tools, and application, how to install it, how to create the database from the installation part. For this, I need a hardware from you. Like you need to create your Windows 2012. You need to you need to create some VirtualBox. If you're having a laptop, then you can create your VirtualBox, and in that VirtualBox, install your Windows 2012 server. That is the requirement from my part.
I have Windows. I think this is Windows 7. So how does it work?
That's what you need to install a software called VMware, so
what
that
is
you can
VMware?
it's a VirtualBox. You can install that. It's a software. It's a freeware available in the market.
Yeah, one second. Hold on. Yeah, one sec. Give me 1 second. Just one. I'm going to make some notes here. 1 second.
See, most of the latest Oracle PeopleSoft products are supported only on 2012 servers, right? So currently we are at 8.55, so that is purely supported in Windows 2012. So I want you to install that system. Even
so
you can install in
your that on VMware.
Yeah, first install the VMware, then get the 2012 R2 ISO image. Okay, on that VMware, create there is option to create a server. Okay, so that in your Windows 7 machine, you can create your 2012 R2 server as a virtual box. You can use that box for all other installation stuff and all.
Okay, 1 second. 2012 Windows Server VMware ISO R2. So on Windows 7, I can create a 2012 Windows Server on VMware. First, I need to install VMware, then install the 2012 Windows Server.
Right.
Okay, just 1 second. Hold on.
And do you have a valid Oracle support ID with you?
Yeah, I have a valid Oracle Metalink ID and everything.
Okay, excellent. So we need to download the software from the site for our installation purpose. I will tell you what are the softwares need to be downloaded from the site. So you can continue with the installation part.
How long does that installation take?
Installation, the classical installation will take minimum 6 to 8 hours. Okay. There is another concept called PUM and upgrade. PUM concept. That is like there are. Okay, in that concept, based on your system configuration, it will vary. Normally, if you're having some 12 GB of RAM and enough space with the hardware and the CPU will be like 4 or 2 cores, then it will take minimum 2 to 3 hours to complete the installation, right? If you are having the less configuration, then the time will add.
Okay, let's check the PC 1 second. Hold on. I think my C drive is a 742 gig up. Is that going to be enough?
942. It's 900 around 900 GB, right?
Right. So yeah, it's 900, but I think it's available is about 740 GB.
That's fine. That's fine. So my requirement is minimum 200 GB of disk space and 12 GB of RAM, especially for virtual box, right? And minimum 2 to 4 ports for the CPU part. So these
Yeah,
are
one second.
my
Let's
basic
check out the hardware too here. 1 second. I think there's one more VMware already. VMware Horizon client. Is that good enough, or because I never used VMware before, so.
VMware Horizon client will not help, I think.
Okay, that's
you
fine.
Can download the software which VMware is available in the market. It's a VMware workstation, the software name is.
Okay, hold on. Okay, VMware workstation. I think you need what is that? 4 gig
4 cores from CPU.
quad cores. Okay, 4 core CPU and
12 GB of RAM.
okay, hold on. 12 GB of RAM.
200 GB of hard.
Okay, so I'll look at this configuration to see. I think let me check this configuration of this box. I can't find a control panel easily available. 1 second. Okay, I think the icons change. 1 second. Hold on. Control panel. Where is the control panel on this thing? Windows Administrative Tool or Windows? No.
No, what are you looking now?
What does this box have on the hardware side? RAM. I think system configuration.
Yeah, you need to go to the My Computer Properties. There you can able to see, right? Or there is another way, like go to Task Manager. You can check how many codes the box is.
Task Manager.
So you're using Windows 7, right?
Yeah, I'm running Windows 7. I'm trying to just get the hardware on this thing. I can't seem to. Generally, if you go to the start menu, there's always I think the icon changed on this.
So I'm showing you a screen. Yeah, I'm showing you a screen actually. Yeah. Okay, I'm showing the screen actually. In the screen, you can able to know how many CPUs or what is the physical memory that you're having.
Oh, 1 second, hold on. Where is that at?
It's a Windows Task Manager, right? You need to, go to your start menu bar and right click on the menu bar. If you open that, you can
Yeah,
find the task manager.
control panel. Yeah, right.
This is one way, and another way, go to, yeah,
Control
go
panel or
to
task
my computer,
manager.
click properties. Here you can able
Control
to,
panel.
there are two ways to check the memory and all.
Yeah.
Go to this, can you able to see my screen now?
No, I
Just
can't.
right
That's
click
what.
here, go to start the task manager, close
Hold on.
it. Okay.
I can't see
So
your
your
screen. What happened?
Windows start button is there, no? From there, just
No, hold on. I think I lost your. Yeah, okay. I
sharing
see
my
this
screen.
control panel. Yeah, I see your screen. Hold on. Yeah, that's what. Um, okay, control panel. Windows Task Manager.
So here, if you see right, you can see the physical memory and all. After that, if you want to see in Windows 7, this is the option actually. Here in my machine, I'm having 4 CPUs. So like that, you need to check. And another way is like go to my computer, right click, properties. Here you can able to see this. There are some comments to find the course and all, but I forget about it. But this is the processor part. You just Google it, no? You will get that
Okay, I
command.
got
You
it. I
will
think
get
I'll
the
check for
CPU
that. Okay.
available in your machine.
Okay, 1 second. Hold. I see your screen. You go to the Start Manager, Control Panel, then System and Security and System. Hold on, I got it now. Control Panels, System and Security. Then you have a Windows Task Manager. Okay, system, it's installed memory is 8 gig of RAM and processor Intel R Core TM3 3450 CPU. I don't know how to save this a quad processor.
Okay. If you see here, right, go to the performance tab, and if you open the tab, then probably you can see the boxes. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 in my machine. So same like that you can check it. There is another command. If you will try in Google, you may get the command, and if you execute the command in command prompt, you may probably get that CPU count of the server. But 8 GB is sufficient, but the process, I mean, what the activities that we are going to do is going to be a little slow. So if it is possible, just upgrade your machine with another 8 GB if it is possible.
Okay.
Anyway, we can continue our work with this 8 GB, not a problem, but yeah, just if it is possible, just upgrade your machine with another 8 GB. So total 16 GB, we can continue with our work, all right?
Yeah, so storage enough, and if I upgrade the RAM and the CPUs, I can't find it, but I'll find system devices or yeah, I don't know how to look at. 1 second. In the meantime, I'll start telling about my system. We are running People Tools 853, running HCM 9.0, and we are moving to first HCM 9.2, and we have Tuxedo and everything. They're using WebLogic server administered through OEM and all those things. There are some performance issues too, and we are running everything on Solaris VMware. Everything is on Solaris boxes, and people are using VMware. So everything is, this is the basic architecture, and in May 23rd, we are doing one DR site. In July, basically that's a whole application and everything. In July or June, we are upgrading it to first HCM 9.2, and then we are going to upgrade it to People Tools, I think 854 in August. This is the time frames. We use some SQR reporting tool too. This is what I could gather in 2 weeks. I'm basically going to be monitoring all the oversight on all these things. I just want to install everything and get comfortable with this whole architecture.
Okay. So you are going to start with the, upgrade part from 9.1 to 9.2 HCM.
Yes,
and
9.2
tools
to
version from
9.2
8.5.
HCM.
So why can't you go for 8.5, which is available latest in the market? 8.5 for this almost discontinued,
So
which is the old version.
we all have to get approvals. I'm already started working and all the process. It's a contracting company, and so they will be doing it. I cannot propose to change now. So it's already in the process. These are the tools that we'll go through with the fixed schedule. There's so many other people involved. The decision is not going to come anytime.
Okay. So I just complete this course curriculum, then probably we can discuss about that upgrade part. Again, that is also covered here. Coming to this two-tier client installation configuration, it's basically linked with that how to install the people tools. There are some three components available in the people. That's a very important component, like data mover, application designer, and configuration manager. I'm going to cover that.
Anand, is that Anand?
Yeah.
Your name, sorry, Anand. Talk slowly. I'm thinking after decades here, we're used to hearing a little bit more slower. Go ahead. Yeah, the two-tier architecture, you said there are three components that are very important.
Yes, yes. One is configuration manager, right?
Okay, see.
Another one is data mover.
Data mover, okay.
Yeah, and third one is application designer. Okay. So the configuration manager is nothing but we need to set some configuration that is the default. So normally after setting the configuration we will not bother about it. But if you want to set any trace, right, we may use that configuration manager to set the traces and all.
Okay.
So that is the main part of configuration manager. Coming to the data mover, we are using data mover for handling the data like export, import, kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, Oracle data moves, okay.
Yeah, it's a PeopleSoft data mover tool actually. It is an integrated tool with People's Tools software.
Okay. People's Tools software,
right.
okay.
We can do the export, import, or we can run the DMLs like insert, select, whatever it may be. Like all DMLs can be run in this particular tool, right?
Okay.
It's a GUI tool. And third thing is application designer, where it is very important for the developers for the development purpose. Okay, all kind of development things should be happen through application designer, whether if they want to create a page or a component, or if they want to write a PS query, whatever may be, it should be through the application designer. It is very important for developers. And there is a concept of that. We do have some other third-party tools, but this is Oracle delivered tool. We are using this tool. Most of the companies are using application designer for doing the project migration and all. Okay. So this is very important tool for developers as well as admins. So and next step is installation of the Tuxedo and Zod. These are the binaries which is help us to create the PA. PA is nothing but the PeopleSoft Internet Architecture, where you are seeing that screen, PeopleSoft screen in your IE, right? Internet Explorer browsers, right? So for that, these are the
two softwares needed.
Backend softwares needed to get that screen in your browser.
Okay.
Yeah, this installation PeopleSoft environment is complete installation of PeopleSoft from the database creation to till you are viewing that PeopleSoft page in your browser. Okay. So again, the database part is nothing but we need to create the database. In web server, I said no. There are 4 components in the PeopleSoft architecture. It's all covered with that part. Okay. Then tracing, troubleshooting, and implementation. There are 2 types of traces available in PeopleSoft. Sorry, 3 type of traces. One trace is through configuration manager.
Okay.
Another trace is from application server.
Okay.
And third kind of trace is from the PeopleSoft that browser level. We can enable the trace in the browser level. That is the
Okay.
third level of third type of creating the tracing part. So based on the tracing, we can troubleshoot and we can re-implement our things which are not feasible or based on the errors, right?
Okay.
So performance tuning of the application server, batch server, and web server, I already covered in this part of PeopleSoft architecture. There are some known values can be changed in app server or web server or batch server. Again, based on the issues, we may need to tune the application. Okay, that is also there. First, we need to identify whether the performance issue is from database part or application server part or web server part. Based
Okay.
on that or based on the errors supporting documents which is available with us with our system, we can arrive for a decision to tune the system, right?
Okay.
So that is purely based on the logs or based on the information that we are getting from the system or the logs, right?
Okay.
So project implementation I already covered. It is basically from, I mean, through the application designer. Okay, some companies are using third-party tools like Stat. There are some other tools,
Yeah,
right?
we already have Stat. Okay, we have Stat too.
Okay, then there is, I mean, if it's Stat, the life is very easy. If you're using application designer, then you need to do all the things manually. But if you're using Stat, then your life will be easy. You just drag and drop, your work will be done. Okay, then coming to this PUM, right, which is the latest concept available in the market. A PUM is applicable for HCM from 9.2 application. It is application oriented, it is not tools oriented.
Okay.
Okay, that is the first thing. From 9.2 onwards, everything is on PUM, like your bundles or maintenance pack or tax update, everything has to be updated through PUM from 9.2 onwards. So we do have a separate setup for PUM. We need to download some 36 GB of data from Oracle site and we need to install that. There are two concepts of installing PUM. One is VirtualBox and another one is native OS. Okay, VirtualBox can be installed only on physical servers. You cannot install the virtual boxes on VM, I mean virtual boxes or virtual servers, right? If you want to install the virtual box, I mean that is the software available from, that is the extract available from Oracle support, then you need a physical box. Where we are having another concept for native OS, that software also giving the same content of what we are having in the virtual box, but we can install that native OS in our in our virtual boxes as well as the physical boxes. Both are possible. Okay. Again, both softwares are available in Linux version as well as the Windows version.
Okay.
I mean, sorry, native OS is available in Linux as well as the Windows version, but VirtualBox is only in Linux. I think the platform they are using, there is RHEL or OE, Oracle Enterprise Linux. Okay.
Okay.
Coming to the PeopleSoft Change Assistant, this is the tool which is delivered by Oracle, running with the backend of Java. Okay, we are using this Change Assistant tool to do our tools upgrade, application upgrade, applying the bundles, applying the maintenance pack, applying the patches, tools level patches. So for any kind of things, no, any kind of changes in the system, we are using Change Assistant even previously as well as now. Okay. So what the change agent will do is like it will automate all the steps, right? It will just extract the template from the pump and it will create a list of jobs as automated things. Only thing is we need to read the step. If you are okay, we need to execute the step in the change agent. Have you ever seen the change agent, Patra? I hope
No.
you might seen that.
No,
Okay.
I've been Oracle DBA for some lot of years, export import data pump, those things I know. I'm very new to
Mm-hmm.
PeopleSoft environment, so I think whatever you covered is pretty much a lot of everything is there in my job. They've been running for probably a few, at least 10 years, and because of my oversight, I want to just be very confident, comfortable, and install all this. I think 1 second, hold on, 1 second. Okay, so I think I like your content and upgrades and everything. I see a lot of these things I can apply, and once I install, I will doing a lot of things. This is one more thing. After the course ends, I still want some help from you, not to do things, but just be in touch with me. And when I need have some questions, you can help me answer and help me things like that. And one thing,
Mm.
because I have a very busy schedule, I leave in the early morning and come very late. Weekdays is fine. I'll need a little bit more help in the weekend. If you give me like RAM, I'll give you a few hours of time, download this, I can get this going. I have a high-speed internet connection. I'll start the downloads and everything. So I need to get the software, everything. And how long is this course for? How many hours you're going to help me teach? And if I want, how does the extension work? All those things.
Like for this complete end-to-end course will take minimum 40 to 45 hours in
Okay.
general, right? It
Okay.
may grow more like 50 or 55, 60 based on the issues that we are facing in middle.
Okay.
Uh, okay, apart from that's it. That's the course timings. So
44 or 50
you're
hours. Okay.
yeah. So
One
you're
more thing.
comfortable on only with the weekends, right? Not weekdays.
Weekdays I can give you like half an hour, 1 hour, but not more because I leave around 4:30 a.m. and I get up 4:30 and I leave to work around 6, 7 a.m. I mean, I'm talking about Eastern Standard Time. I come around 5:36 and then I have one more, some 1-2 hour job. I have to be there. So I'm very much free on Saturdays and Sundays, and you can spend more time with me on Saturdays if that's possible for you. I know you have, how long have been working with this PeopleSoft administration?
I'm working for past 6 years.
Okay. Okay. The, yeah, I know you, I can clearly see you have a good knowledge of everything, and you definitely know what you're talking and are going to teach. So I don't have any PeopleSoft developer experience, zero. So that's something I need to mention it to you.
No, even I don't have any experience. I know the very basic things about the development activity. If you want, I
Okay.
can show you something, but not much. Okay, I'm purely from admin backend, so
Okay. Um, okay. I like, and how many days do you need to start, and what are your weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, especially Saturdays and
yes,
Sundays?
it's my Saturdays and Sundays are my weekends. Before starting with that, I want you to download some softwares actually. If you
Okay,
go to
one
the
second.
support and if you can share your screen, then probably I can able to show you.
Metalink, you want me to log into Metalink?
Metalink as well as
One
edelivery.oracle.com.
second.
First, I'm going to open your Metalink. I will show you what needs to be done. First, you need to check the certification. Based on the certifications,
One second, hold on. I
you
hope I
just share
remember
your
that.
screen.
Yes. One. Can you see my screen now? Share your screen. Anand, can you see my screen? You can see my screen, Anand?
Not yet. No, not yet.
Okay, I have login passwords in my office. I don't have it. Hold on.
Oh, is that all? Okay.
1 second, hold on. I have a two different accounts. One is for Oracle side, one company, and the other is from different place. I can get you the details tomorrow. I think everything is there in my office on Excel spreadsheet.
Okay.
I definitely know I have access to PeopleSoft software.
Okay, that's not a problem actually. There are two. First, you need to check the certifications. Okay, you just check for People Tools 8.55. So there is a list of certification that software needs to be downloaded. Actually, tomorrow I will show you. Okay, once you got your login. Probably, let me know when you want to start the session so that I will start with showing that things first. Then we will download that. in the meantime, I will just complete the basic things in the PeopleSoft.
So
Then we will probably
what people tool version you'll be talking about, like the people?
8. So which is available currently 8.55 and even 5.4 is also available, but 5.5 is more reliable than 5.4 because I'm worked with both. So 5.5 is more reliable. There is no much changes between 8.54 and 5.5. Both are in Fluid, so you can go with 8.55 as the latest one.
Okay, and people tool 8.5. How much is what is the size of the software?
It will be like let me check. It is
Compressed
around
file
some.
size, right?
It's
Yeah.
a compressed file size around 5 GB or only for tools I'm telling 5 GB. For application it should be like another 1 GB. Tuxedo, WebLogic combined 1 GB. If you are
Application is
going
1
with pump,
GB. Okay,
yeah,
one
if it,
matlab,
it's a
1 GB, and a Tuxedo is
Tuxedo and WebLogic combined 1 GB. If you want, I can give you the exact value now. Okay.
web project. Tuxedo and web project, right?
WebLogic.
WebLogic. Okay, is another 1 gig. Okay.
And for PUM, right, if you are downloading the native OS, it will be like around 18 or 20 GB, I think. If you are going to download the virtual box, it will be like 36 gig.
Oh, for PUM,
Yeah.
36 GB or okay, 18 GB or whatever. I don't know. Native box a bit. I don't. Okay. Are sure this will run in a 16 GB memory and everything, or
Yeah, we can, I mean, the 8 GB for your, that, what is that, virtual box is more than enough. If your machine is having 16 GB and if you are going to allocate, I mean, if you allocate another 8 GB for virtual VMware workstation, then that is enough to work. Okay, tools is exactly having a 4, 5 and of around 6 GB of zip file. Okay, as I
okay,
said,
it's
application is
6.
having 1 GB and Tuxedo is another 600 MB and WebLogic. I need to check. Again, the same thing. It will be around some 10 GB of data in general. Apart from that, if you want to download PUM, then that is a separate thing. Like as I said, if it's VirtualBox, then it is 36 GB of data. If it is native OS, it will be around 20 GB of data.
18 GB. Okay, 18 GB. Okay, GB and 36 GB for VirtualBox and 18 GB native. Okay,
Native OS,
native.
yeah.
Okay, okay. So I have about 6, 7, 8, 8 and 8 about 44 or about 26 gig. Okay, okay. Um, training. So in that part of the training, you're going to help me sit down with me and install everything on this desktop or laptop, and then install, configure, and everything. What about the database? You need a database too in the back end, right? For the
We need a database. If you're having, I mean, Oracle 12.102 is certified for 8.55. You just download the binaries and just install and uh, create a database. We need to create another schema in the database and we need to install the things.
yeah,
Okay.
Oracle 12c. Yeah,
Yeah, Oracle 12.102.
O2. Oh, okay. Release 2 basically.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What else? So you're going to be a little bit more flexible on the weekends, right? So that's what weekends you can spend a little bit more time, and let's see how this we can get started and get going. I like
So,
your idea and everything. Is there anything else for me?
no, actually this weekend I'm available actually, but since it's a summer, my kids are there in my native place. I cannot comment every weekend. But anyway, alternate weekend I will be available here in Bangalore. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not looking for like a POM every second, like, or just a couple of hours, half an hour, 1 hour every day, we can get started. You can give me tasks, I can do those things. We can come and get started on the weekend. Some days, if you want, if you are when in Bangalore, if you can come, Ram, we'll spend about 7-8 hours. I'll tell you my schedule on Saturday, Sunday. We can completely schedule the whole thing, because Saturday after I come and play basketball, I'm free for the whole day. On Sunday, same thing.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, and I have internet speed 50 gig. Okay, so anything else, Anand? I like your thing, and I like your presentation and everything. I'll stay in touch. I'm sure this will work out between you and me. We still
Sure,
have a good
no
amount
problem.
of time. And
Yeah.
anything else, Anand, you want to ask me before? And is there anything else after logging into Metalink? What is that you want me to look at it?
First thing is you need to check the certifications. Go to the certification tab and check for the product People Tools 8.55. And
1 second, Metalink certifications. Okay, Metalink. Certifications. I'll exactly tell you, I think probably 8.54 would be better, because I'll check the exact versions. If I remember, it was 8.53 going to 8.54. So 8.54 would be a starting point. 8.55 will be way too advanced, because I don't think we'll go to 8 anytime in the next couple of years.
okay, I think 8.54 also available in e-delivery. Okay, no problem. You can download 8.54, not a problem.
Okay, just I'll tell you. And we have probably HCM 9.2 or, okay.
HCM 9.1 will not available in e-delivery. If you want that software, then you need to raise the Oracle SR, right? The service SR to get the software downloaded, because that is not currently available in e-delivery.
Yeah, I think it was, we are moving from 9.0 to 9.2, so we can get started with 9.2 or something, or?
That's why installation part we will continue with 9.2, which is available now.
Okay.
If you during our during our the configuration and upgrade stuffs, then probably we need to download 9.1.
Okay.
I will. Okay. As of now, you just download the software. You just go and search for certification for. In this case, you said right 8.54. Just go and search the certifications for 8.54. It will give the complete list of softwares, right, including Oracle database, Oracle client. It will give you the list of softwares for Tuxedo, WebLogic, everything. It will give,
Oh,
right?
I got it. Certification wise, basically certified software that runs in the config. Just like with Oracle database, you have Solaris with this release, and Oracle goes with certified. And I now understand what you're saying, certification. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay. Anything, Anand, you want to give me your email so I can mail something, and in tomorrow, if there's anything, you can help me guide better.
Yes, I can give my mail ID. No problem. Or else I will ask Rakesh to share my mail ID.
Or you can email me. I have access to this email, Ram Ganta. You can see it. Can you see it?
No, I can't see that.
Oh, did I close? Okay, that's fine. He has my email. The same thing. You send me the soft link for me to join the meeting. You can send me that email, your address to that email. I can go from there.
Okay, fine, John. No problem.
Thank you, and I learned a lot. This, I'm sure I'll get a training from you.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Okay,
See
thank
you
you.
then.
And let me look at it, and let me start procuring some software and hardware, and give me a few days for it all to fall through this until the weekend, and let's go from there.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Anand. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, John. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.